Eric Trump has shared a major update on Prince Harry's visa woes months after Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump warned he may deport the Duke of Sussex if he's re-elected. Riley Sullivan is a reporter here at skynews.com.au and he's always across the latest headlines from the royal family. Riley, great to see you.
Great to be back.
Eric Trump has spoken about Prince Harry's future in the United States if Donald Trump is elected in just 6 days' time. What did Eric have to say?
Yeah, well, this has been an ongoing saga now for months. Of course, Donald Trump was asked about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex several months ago during an interview. He was questioned, look, if you become president, would you deport Harry? Harry's made these past admissions in his memoir Spare about drug use, which would presumably possibly disqualify him from permanent residency. And it was this ongoing dialogue about, the legality of Harry's visa. But Eric Trump's come out. He's basically shut that down. He said, at this point, no one cares about the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. He basically said that they're safe from deportation simply because, it's just not a priority. It's not a priority for, Donald Trump, and it's not really a priority for a lot of Americans. I think that the Sussexes have really kind of faded in the public eye. So, a good outcome for Harry, but really a sign, I think, that they're just not that relevant anymore.
Yeah, interesting. It's a fierce comment, but I suppose good news for Prince Harry. He doesn't have to worry about that anymore. Meghan Markle is reportedly struggling to get her lifestyle brand off the ground, and there's even reports she may scrap the venture entirely. What's the latest on American Riviera Orchard?
Well, this is another sort of ongoing case now that has been out there for almost a year. American Riviera Orchard was supposed to be Meghan's huge jump into the lifestyle space. She was going to be taking on Gwyneth Paltrow's group empire. It was sort of this grand plan of her turning her royal title into this huge business. And it's just been a complete, failure. She hasn't really launched anything. Of course, she sent out those infamous jars of jam, which was nearly 6 months ago now. And we really haven't heard anything about it since then. And more recently, there's reportedly some trademark issues that she hasn't got all of her trademarks in order. And there's just really no signs that this thing is actually going to go anywhere. I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, that the reports aren't true. I think that she might actually just quietly drop this venture. I wouldn't be surprised if this is the last we hear of American Riviera Orchard.
Oh, I didn't see that coming, but there you go. Prince William has made a rare comment about his relationship with his late mother, Princess Diana, in a brand new documentary. What's the documentary about, and what did Will have to say about Diana's legacy?
Yeah, well, of course, as Prince of Wales, William's really prioritised homelessness as a social issue that he's passionate about. And it's been a lifelong interest, and it was sparked by his mother, Diana. So there's this new documentary that's coming out on ITV in the UK, and it's the Prince really exploring homelessness and, of course, talking about his early, understanding of the issue, which was through his mother, Princess Diana. She was, of course, a great philanthropist in her time and really redefined, I think, charity and how the royal family approaches charity. And I think he really paid tribute to her. He says that, her legacy, he carries that on through his charity work, and he also tries to instill that in his 3 children as well, about, even though they're in these positions of amazing privilege and also power, and using that for a positive. And I just thought it was, so refreshing to hear William talk about it, because he doesn't really talk about his mother. I think the last time he even spoke about Diana publicly, it was almost 8 years ago now, on the 20th anniversary of her death. So a rare comment from him, but, definitely for a worthy cause.
Princess Catherine has reportedly written a letter of support to a high-profile Bollywood actress who's also a cancer survivor. What prompted the Princess of Wales to reach out?
Yeah, I thought this was a really inspiring story. Manisha Koirala is a well-known Bollywood actress, known obviously internationally for her work. And unfortunately, she also battled stage 4 cancer, which is just, absolutely horrific. But she's in remission and she's overcome that. And when she heard about Kate's diagnosis several months ago, she reached out to the Princess of Wales just to sort of express her support. Like, thousands of people all over the world sent letters, and Kate replied. She sent her reportedly a personal response, just thanking her for the support, and vice versa. Celebrating her on her own cancer journey. Just a lovely story from Kate, showing once again her return to public life after what has been a very eventful 12 months.
Yeah, that is a lovely story. No matter who you are, you might be part of the royal family, but you're a human being, and it's so nice to see that she's been reaching out and offering support.
Hey everyone! Welcome back to the Royal Sussex Squad, your go-to place for everything Prince Harry, Meghan Markle and the Sussexes. Today we've got some exciting and insightful updates on the Duke and Duchess of Sussex that you absolutely don't want to miss. If you're a fan of positivity, truth and standing up for what's right, you've come to the right place. Let's dive in. Now, let's start with a major update about Harry's visa situation. You may have heard the sensational headlines about Harry possibly being deported if Donald Trump is re-elected. But don't get too worked up, because Eric Trump, Donald's son, just shut down that entire narrative. In a recent interview, Eric confirmed that the Sussexes are not a priority for deportation. In fact, he made it clear that this entire discussion is blown out of proportion and that Americans have far more important things to focus on. A win for Harry. It's clear that despite what some may want you to believe, Harry and Meghan's relevance remains undeniable, especially to the millions of fans who continue to support them. Next up, Meghan's lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard. We've seen a lot of negativity around Meghan's business ventures, with some reports suggesting that her brand may be struggling or even scrapped entirely. The media loves to run with these stories, but let's not be fooled by their jealousy. Meghan is not someone who's deterred by failure. She's paving her own path and doing it with style. Her vision for this brand has the potential to change the game, and just because things aren't instant doesn't mean they're not successful. Let's face it, Meghan's lifestyle brand might make some people uneasy, especially those in the media who are used to controlling the narrative around royal figures. They're scared of the positive impact she has and the love she continues to receive from fans. Her authenticity and drive are what make her stand out, and the media will never stop trying to tear her down because they fear her success. But I'll tell you this. Meghan and Harry's supporters are out in full force and they're not going anywhere. Keep pushing, Meghan. In a rare and emotional moment, Prince William recently spoke out about the impact of his late mother, Princess Diana, in a new documentary. William shared how his mother's work in philanthropy, particularly with homelessness, shaped his own charitable endeavours. While I have a lot of respect for William's continued work, let's not forget that Harry has also been carrying on Diana's legacy, especially with his tireless work with Centobale and Invictus. While the media would love to pit William and Harry against each other, the truth is both brothers are making their mother proud in their own ways. But here's the thing, why is the media so silent when Harry is involved in something positive? Where's the praise for his contributions? They'd rather focus on controversy because it fuels their agenda. We can't let that narrative stand. Harry's work is invaluable, and it's time we recognize him for the trailblazer he is. Before we wrap up, let's take a moment to recognize a beautiful story of kindness. Princess Kate recently reached out to Bollywood actress Manisha Koirala, a cancer survivor, to offer her support after learning about Manisha's journey. Kate's act of compassion speaks volumes about her character, and it's something we should all admire. But here's where the media once again tries to make it about something else. They love to paint the royal family as either perfect or problematic, depending on what serves their narrative. But when you see things like this, you realize that the royals, especially Kate, are human beings, just like the rest of us, showing empathy and understanding when it's needed most. So there you have it, some highs and lows in the royal world, but always a reminder that Harry, Meghan and their supporters are standing strong. It's time for us to keep supporting them because we know the media will continue with their agenda. Don't let them win. If you love what we do here at Royal Sussex Squad, be sure to subscribe, like, and drop a super thanks to show your support. We're all in this together, lifting up Harry, Meghan, and the Sussexes. Until next time, stay positive, keep the love flowing, and never let the negativity win.